Welcome back to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel. What a weekend Breeders' Cup was. Only one more year until we have it at Del Mar, and then it's going to be there for the next 2 years. I'm honestly bummed that it's not coming back to Kentucky for a while, but that's because Keeneland is supposedly going under some construction, and then Churchill probably won't have it here for a long time because they're money hungry and they probably will never work out a deal. But that's besides the point. Today, I'm here to talk about the most memorable moments of Breeders' Cup 2023 that we can relive in this video. Let's start off with Friday in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Nothing I love more than a long shot, and boy, did I love Todd Pletcher's 16-1 odds, Fierceness, win by over 6 lengths. Now, why was he 16-1? Well, because of his effort and the Champagne was terrible. He lost by over 20 lengths, and that was just a month before the Breeders' Cup. Well, in this race, Fierceness ran a mile and 16th in 1 minute and 41 seconds and beat out favorites like Muth and Locked, who were very well bet. I love that he shocked the world, and according to Rapoli, they are not even thinking about the Kentucky Derby right now. Sure. The next moment for me was watching the back-to-back Breeders' Cup winners like Goodnight Olive, Cody's Wish, and Elite Power. I really loved the Elite Power win because I had him singled in a pick 4, a pick 5, and he helped me win over $2,000 on Saturday. Their classiness shone through. I just have to love when a horse accomplishes that kind of thing. Now, Elite Power and Cody's Wish are now retired on farms in Kentucky, but Goodnight Olive was sold in the sales and will return to the track in 2024. I'm really excited to see what she's going to do next year. The next memorable moment for me was the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint with 4-year-old Nobals winning. It was the first Breeders' Cup win for Corrales and Larry Ravelli. It was an amazing race to watch, and everyone had their eyes on none other than the European invaders. Nobals started off the race not great. He was 9th, leaving the gate out of 12 horses, had a bump to the outside, and that's when Corrales moved him to the inside where he was able to get his rail bid and beat out Big Invasion by a neck. The next moment is you have to talk about the classic in White Abarrio and his comeback. He ran great as a 3-year-old in Florida, and then he kind of just started falling short, had a whole trainer scandal, then came back with a vengeance, and never looked like he was going to lose when he was running in the classic. The fact that the trainer that he now has was suspended for 10 years, came back with a horse who also had a second chance is just a great storyline. I know that he is going to Saudi Arabia and Dubai World Cup with his eyes set on the classic for next year. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which is my favorite moment, which I'm sure is everybody's favorite moment in the whole entire world that watched the Breeders' Cup, is none other than Cody's Wish and the Dormans. First, I want to talk about the entire story in case people do not know the whole thing. Cody Dorman was born with a rare genetic disorder. In 2018, through Keeneland and a Make-A-Wish Foundation, was able to go to Godolphin Farm and had about 40 fowls to choose from. A 6-month-old weanling, who is now Cody's Wish, walked up, laid his head ever so gently on Cody's lap, and the rest is history with those two and their great bond. They named the horse after Cody. That's why it's Cody's Wish. And since 2022, Cody's Wish has won 8 out of his 10 starts, including the 2022 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Cody was able to attend most of those races, and it seemed like every race that Cody was at, Cody's Wish won. Now, this year for the 2023 Breeders' Cup, they flew out Cody Dorman and his family to Santa Anita, where they were able to spend time with the horse before his last and final race before retirement. The race was very dramatic. Cody's Wish was coming all the way from the back. He had some bumping in the final stretch with the National Treasure, but was able to beat him to the finish line. But not too long after that, an inquiry sign went up, and for a few minutes, the stands were very tense with anticipation. Thankfully, the result stood, and there was no change. Cody Dorman and his family was able to cheer on the horse in the winner's circle. Cody's Wish is going to be retired back in Kentucky, and I know the family had high hopes of visiting him quite often because they are very close by. However, on the way home on Sunday, there was an emergency on the plane to Atlanta and unfortunately resulted in the passing of 17-year-old Cody Dorman. It is a beautiful, tragic story, but I am sure Cody is up there running with all the other racehorses. My condolences, and the rest of the Racing Dudes go out to the Cody Dorman's family. But those are my most memorable moments of Breeders' Cup 2023. Can't wait for next year. And thank you for tuning into the Racing Dudes YouTube channel. Until next week, good luck.